Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Anthony with themovieblog.com, and I'm back here with another video. This time I'm going to be doing a video on a character known as Silk. I figured since Sony decided to make a movie about Silk that's going to take place in their expanded Spider-Man cinematic universe, it would help if people have a decent idea of who she is and where she came from. Now, Silk is a pretty cool and recent creation in the Marvel Comics landscape that was created by writer Dan Slott and artist Humberto Ramos. She's an Asian American superhero named Cindy Moon. Now, we won't go too deep into the story for Original Sin, unless you guys want me to go deeper into the story. Let me know in the comments. It's something I've thought about, just covering comic storylines that are film related, but let me know if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, and we can go into it. Anyway, Original Sin was a comic event in which Marvel Comics' grand cosmic being known as the Watcher was murdered. Someone killed him and stole his eyes, and a bunch of secrets that he witnessed that nobody knew about were revealed. Now, most people know about the origin of Spider-Man and how he got his powers. He was on a school science trip to some laboratory. That part varies a little bit, and he got bit by an irradiated or a genetically altered spider, depending on what universe you're reading it from. What was added during the Original Sin event is what happened to the spider after it bit Peter. Most people assume that it just crawled off into a corner somewhere and died, but what actually happened is that after it bit Peter on the hand, the spider scurried off and went and bit another person in the ankle, and it was a young girl by the name of Cindy Moon, and then it scurried off and died. So you're probably wondering, if this all happened in the past and she got bit by the same spider as Peter did when he got his powers and he was just a teenager, what the heck has this girl been doing since that time when the spider bit her, and why are we just now learning about her in 2014? Well, Cindy's parents got approached by this guy named Ezekiel Sims, who offers to train Cindy since he has spider powers too. I'll probably do another video just on Ezekiel since he was a pretty interesting character himself and he plays a pretty important part in the events that lead up to Spider-Verse. Cindy trains with Ezekiel for like 6 years and then locked away in this bunker or special facility to prevent her from being tracked and being hunted by this guy named Morlun. Now, we're definitely going to see Morlun in the Enter the Spider-Verse film. I believe Morlun is going to be played by Liv Schreiber, and I think that's just pretty awesome. I've never heard him do voice work, but I mean, he played Sabretooth. His Victor was amazing. So hopefully he goes for that same villainous tone with Morlun. I'm really looking forward to that. What we really need to know about the character is that this guy hunts and consumes people with spider powers or spider totems throughout the multiverse. And we'll talk about Morlun in another video as well. So we'll do a video on Ezekiel and we'll do a video on Morlun. Anyway, when Peter learns about Cindy and her location, he immediately seeks her out because at this point in Peter's career, he'd already battled and defeated Morlun. Like, Peter met Ezekiel and got the living tar beat out of him by Morlun like a couple times, but eventually he won. Thus, he removed the threat that they were protecting her from in the first place. I'm not exactly sure how much time had passed since Peter defeated Morlun and when he freed Cindy, but one day is one day too many in Peter's mind, and she's in an underground bunker. If any of you guys used to watch that old show Lost, think of the hatch. Think of the hatch that John Locke discovered and what happened when people would like stay there for long periods of time. Once Cindy learns that there's no longer a threat and she's no longer being hunted, she's thrilled to rejoin society. She immediately webs up a costume for herself and dives right back into the world, anxious to reconnect with family and loved ones. Now, I said that she webbed up her costumes because she still has powers, and her powers are a little bit different than Peter's. I don't know why. When Marvel, I'm sure when Dan Slott and Marvel and these guys were creating Cindy, they were like, in their minds, they were like, she is going to be the ultimate one-upper because she's got some pretty awesome powers. She can do like anything he can do, she can do better. It's like anything Spider-Man can do, she's the ultimate one-upper. For one, she can organically create and shoot webbing from her fingertips, and she uses it in a variety of ways. Like I said, she made a costume for herself on the spot. Now, you don't really see in the comics Peter Parker swinging around as Spider-Man and running out of web fluid anymore. That kind of stuff doesn't really happen anymore, but it never would have been an issue for Silk because they literally just flow from her hands. Now, Peter has had the ability to organically create webbing off and on for some time in the comics. I don't know. I don't like it when Peter shoots webbing organically, but I actually don't mind it when Cindy can, and it really works for her. Also, Silk is faster and more agile than Peter, and Peter's noticed this. He's gotten a little jealous when he would be fighting alongside Silk and Silk is just zipping right past him. I don't know if she's as strong as Peter, but she does also have a far more sensitive and acute spider sense. sense, that actually grants her a level of precognitive abilities that she refers to as her Silk sense, making her on paper sound like a superior version of Spider-Man. Now, Silk plays a major part in the Spider-Verse event, like she's the focal point of the event, and she's referred to as the queen among the spider totems, but we'll save that for another time. Silk goes on to have her own solo series in which she investigates the disappearance of her family during her time in hiding, but that's all I'm going to do for this one video. You know, Spider-Verse is a really great event that Dan Slott created. I'm really excited that we're getting this in a film. There's a lot of different characters that spun out of this book, no pun intended, including Spider-Gwen. Maybe we'll do a video on her, depending on how you guys receive this one. If you guys like it, we could definitely keep doing more videos on Spider-Verse. I'm really excited about this movie. But that's all I got for this one. Thanks for checking out this video. Do me a favor, guys, if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up, drop a like. I really need you to do that. And if you're interested in seeing more of these videos, make sure that you subscribe, because I'm going to try to fill out a unique playlist just for Enter the Spider-Verse. Again, that's all I got for this one. I'm gonna check you guys later. 1.